The Gulf up in the Panhandle, Pensacola area especially, has the best beaches by far. So we are here at Fort Pickens Campground. This is the Gulf Islands National Seashore. So this is controlled by the federal government. This campground did cost $40, I believe, for the night. So obviously a little pricier than we'd like. Most of the state park / national recreation area campgrounds don't cost that much, but this one is in high demand because right now it's pretty dang cold out, hence the hoodie. But it's actually pretty busy here, surprisingly. So we are at site E1. Pretty nice site here. Entrance is right over here. And it goes all the way around. This place is, like I said, is pretty busy considering it is a cold day in December. But can't blame them because that drive-in was nice. So we're going to take you guys over to the beach on a little walk with us. We need to get some exercise, and I wish we would have had the camera out like literally 10 seconds ago. It looked like 2 helicopters. Couldn't see them clearly through the trees, but if we would have been over on the beach, we would have been able to see them. They were pretty low to the ground. I don't know what type they were. They were military, but it would have been pretty cool to get that on video. And you might be noticing these cool camo hoodies right here. They say van life, and then off the grid in black below it has a little Neil and Brit right here. Little something we created. Not going to be producing them for anybody, just for us, but you know, drop in the comments if you would be interested in something like that. Might be something down the road we'll work on.
One of the other things to know about this area here is you do have to also pay to get in. So if you don't have one of the national park passes or one of the Florida passes to get in here, then what was it, Neil, like $25 for a car?
Yeah, but I think you're mistaken. Because this is they only accept any of the national park passes here, not state.
Oh, it's only the national park pass.
Yeah. So whether you have an annual pass, military, veterans, or the lifetime, or the senior, you can get in, like any national park or national recreation area that has fees.
Yeah, so just something to note if you don't have one of those, that you have to pay for your camp spot and you actually have to pay to get in here as well.
So they do have a dump station over here, all your typical stuff, plus a trash. So that's pretty handy right here at the entrance of the campground. So we have a National Park Service sign right here. Life on a barrier island. I guess let's see if we can spot any of these creatures.
I burned out like a wandering ember. I shone bright, then my journey was over. What I sought when I ran was back where I began. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home.
So quite the undisturbed beach. It's pretty dang nice. Nice see-through turquoise water. See right down to the bottom, so can't complain. And it's actually a lot warmer now that we've done that walk. Now I'm too warm in this hoodie. Look at that. Now that is cool. My guy is on one of the motorized hover surfboards, whatever they're called.
For a price. In the end, what I found was nowhere near as nice. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home.
So we hope you enjoyed the beautiful sunset there. It's pretty nice.
Nothing like it over here.
Yeah, the Gulf up in the Panhandle, Pensacola area especially, has the best beaches by far. Not even a comparison. So definitely, I think our favorite area of Florida is the Panhandle. We love St. Augustine. That's where home base is. But if we were going to buy a property to build the ranch, this would be where probably, if it was going to be in Florida. Yeah, that little dot going across the sky is a fighter jet of some sort. But I don't know. You can see it, it's right in that area. Whew, get some lights on in here. Try to warm up. Got a little chilly out there.
Yeah.
So, the question is, what's for dinner?
Goulash.
So as Brittany said, we're going to make some goulash for dinner. You have a nice warm bowl of goulash. I'll probably have another bowl later. I like my midnight snacks, but it dropped quick as the sun's going down. It was already only 57 to 59 degrees here today. A couple days of cold. It'll get back up in the 70s, but it's kind of typical for the Panhandle this time of the year. That's why it makes it perfect. Humidity is actually real low. Temperature is comfortable. Kind of sweatshirt weather during the day when you're in the sun, t-shirt, shorts.
Unless you're a Floridian, then you're in full winter jackets.
Yeah, I saw some people biking on the way and they were in full parkas.
That always makes us laugh a little bit, but we're from the Northeast, so.
Yeah, we're kind of, this is summertime for us, but all right, well, we'll see you guys when it's dinner time officially.
Voila, goulash. Now we just gotta add a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top, and it's ready to go.
Good morning, everybody. Whew, it is a brisk, cold morning here in the Florida Panhandle. But last night we just ate that goulash, delicious, and kind of hunkered down in, stayed warm, and ended up having to get Starlink hooked up. So we got Starlink down here all hooked up, and get some service so we could watch a movie. It was just 1-2 bars of T-Mobile, but it just wasn't enough to stream. We were getting like 3-4 megabytes per second, so when I put it to a hotspot, it wasn't working too well. But this morning we are going to get the rig all packed up, and we are actually gonna go over to actual Fort Pickens. So just come along with us, check it out. We've never been, so you'll get to see it with us. So as you can see, we have made it. So that sign just told us that Fort Pickens was the largest of the forts that the U.S. government made to protect the Pensacola Bay. and actually played a critical role in the Civil War. You didn't know that. So it was a different time in history, obviously. So as you saw from that sign, they used enslaved people to complete this build in 5 years. They were skilled masonry workers, carpenters, things like that. The interesting piece of history. Obviously, this was built different era. They had to build a fort within a fort with new materials to make it stronger and keep it current. This is why it's good to come in the off season, though. Off season. Florida's busy in the winter too, but it is quiet here. Only us and a couple other people. So, over there in the distance, you can see the Pensacola Bay. So here we have a 15-inch Rodman, it says. This was actually never fired in combat. This thing weighs 50,000 pounds, the barrel. Wow. On November 22nd and 23rd, 1861, as you can see, we are right here, Fort Pickens. The Union soldiers actually fought the Confederates here at Fort McCree and also Fort Barrancas and the Navy Yard. So those 3 sites were Confederate. Unions had Fort Pickens, laid down tons of cannon fire, and then eventually in 1862 the Confederates sent soldiers elsewhere and Union took over all this area. So I'm zoomed in, so it's probably a little blurry, but right over there across that water is where Fort McCree once stood. And here's a little perspective on the size of this. It's pretty massive.
Kinda.
So, Fort Pickens is pretty amazing that it's in such great condition, despite being right next to the ocean. You know how that works. So, okay. You guys got to see this. There's an armadillo in the middle of filming, and there's an armadillo. You see him?
Look at that little guy.
Not gonna get too close, obviously. Huh. Is that your first time seeing one, Brett? Is that your first time seeing one?
I don't know. Have we ever seen one like in a zoo?
No, I've seen them in the wild when I lived in Oklahoma.
I don't think I've seen one in the wild. It's really cool. It almost looks like he has armor on.
Look at that. Okay, guys, I don't advise this. I'm about, 8 feet away right now? So I do not advise this, but he is preoccupied eating, it looks like. But Wow, he is a beautiful little creature. So I don't even know what we were saying before we got interrupted by Mr. Armadillo back there. I think what I was getting to, though, was that there, in the United States, I believe, is only 11 scenic trails,
Yep.
if I remember right.
One of 11.
Okay, so it is 11. Brittany just verified. And Florida has the Florida Trail. That is one of those 11. And right here is, I guess, maybe the ending point over here. I don't know. I'm not looking at a map. But this actually goes back through to the campground that we stayed at last night. And then it just goes along the shore, the Gulf Shore here. So it's pretty cool. You can hike it, bike it, of course. Places to camp along the way. So it's definitely for the adventurers out there, the hikers. It's probably, on your bucket list, being only one of 11. We're not going to go a deep dive through this about the history of Fort Pickens. We just wanted to show you guys some highlights as we walked through seeing it for the first time. If you're interested, you can download the National Park Service, the NPS app, and actually do self-guided tours on there. So you can do that here. And along the way, there was numbers. So I think we saw up to number 12 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of different stops along the way. And it gives you information and tells some stories about the location that you're at. Hey everybody, this is me in the future. I am editing this video and I just wanted to pop in and wish everybody a happy holidays. I know Christmas is already passed, but hope you guys had a great one. Happy Hanukkah, etc. Your holiday season was good. We're going into the new year, so I hope you guys have set your goals for the new year and you're going to push towards them, hoping that you're going to get on the road, start traveling, start seeing the beauty that this country has to offer. Now back to the video. Of course, they have a gift shop, and we purchased our magnet. Let me grab it right here out of my pocket, like we always do. It's Fort Pickens magnet, Gulf Islands National Seashore. And then on top of that, there's bathrooms, picnic areas. There's a discovery center for kids. I don't know exactly what they do there, but I'm sure they have the schedule up online. So lots to do and lots to hike and just see in this area.
So we hope you guys have enjoyed coming along to another historic piece here in the United States. And if you have, we hope you will consider giving us a big thumbs up on this video. Drop a comment below and let us know if you have been to Fort Pickens. And as always, please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. We would love to have you along for the adventure. We will see you guys in the next video.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see